Welcome to Friendly AI. I'm your host, Mike Colangelo, and in grade 8, without training, I came in first in a foot race during track and field day. Victory is not free, though. As soon as I crossed the finish line, I coughed up blood. It was the first and last time I was number one at anything in my life, but that taste of victory was ever so sweet. Or more accurately, my victory tasted like pennies, on the count of the blood. But Brian Henderson, the winner of the Curiosity game, has a bitter taste in his mouth. No, he's not doing fellatio tricks on the streets of Scotland. The 20-year-old Scott has the right to be bitter because he has received nothing from winning the Curiosity contest. For those who don't remember Curiosity, What's Inside the Cube was an iOS game released on November 2012 and created by the developer 22 Cans. The lead designer of 22 Cans is bullshit artist and hype creator Peter Molyneux. He is a whole other story. Let's just say he has a reputation of saying too much and over-promising when he's talking about his games. He also lives off the stem cells of aborted fetuses. Now, Curiosity, the game, involved a giant cube made from layers and layers of tiny cubes. And with shared servers, players from around the world could tap away those tiny cubes, removing them piece by piece, tap by tap, revealing layer by layer. Those people need a hobby. I was one of them. Never forget. The cube's 6 faces were made up of a whackload of cubelets, and after 7 months, the final cublet was tapped. The winner of the experimental contest was promised a life-changing prize, which was going to be a portion of the revenue of 22 Cans' next game called Goddess, and the ability to be the god of gods and be able to influence the multiplayer portion of this new Goddess game in some way. And since the winner, Brian Henderson, won the contest way back in May 2013, he has not received squat. Nada, nothing, zero, jack shit, you dig? In fact, developer 22 Cans were not really responding to his monthly emails. Sounds like every single relationship I've been in, without the murder, of course. This is what Brian Henderson had to say about his situation. For a moment, I was excited. My general feeling was, depending on how well the game does, I was thinking in terms of worst to the best, I could get £10,000 to £500,000 at the very best. Still, that would be awesome, but so far, not a penny. And it's even more frustrating for him because the Goddess game already came out for PC during September 2013 and the iOS version in August, and still there is no multiplayer mode for him to control and become the god of gods. But wait, it gets worse. Most of the game's creators have left the studio or moved on to other projects, and the creators of Goddess have expressed many times that the multiplayer feature will not be arriving anytime soon. But wait, it gets even worse. Please don't leave. To make matters worse, 22 Cans took their sweet-ass time to reply to Henderson's emails, and sometimes didn't reply at all. This is what Brian Henderson claims. A month or two after winning, I would email them every month purely because I expected more communication from them. But it wasn't happening. I would ask, so what's happening? When am I going to find out more stuff? What's going to happen specifically? They were taking their time to answer. They would say, we need to do this first and tell you afterwards. Since I won, and a year after, I would email them as a ritual thing every month just to get some kind of update. Eventually I was like, they're not being professional at all. Communication is non-existent, so I'm not even going to try anymore. Peter Molyneux, the evil Willy Wonka, caught wind of this and apologized for his studio's behavior. Here is his apology. That's pretty poor, isn't it? He should have a contact here. That's pretty shoddy for us to not keep him posted. I totally and absolutely and categorically apologize. That isn't good enough, and I'll take it on my own shoulders that I should have made sure he was communicated with. We will from today onwards do that. Hopefully Peter Molyneux will keep his word for once and Brian Henderson will become the god of the gods. Unlike Richard Simmons, who is Lord of the Gays. It's worth mentioning that Goddess started out as a Kickstarter project, and those things have no guarantees. Mostly it's a website for crushed dreams. But it's just bad business no matter how you hack it, and it looks really bad for 22 Cans and Peter Molyneux, who was on thin ice to begin with. Let me know what you think of this shit contest and the outcome in the comment section below, please. Tell me your opinions. I know you have them. But this whole story reminds me of a fantastic book called Ready Player One. I highly recommend it to any gamer. And it goes without saying that 22 Cans really shit the bed here. The idea and the execution was a stroke of genius, but the follow-through was absolute rubbish. No, I'm not British. I just use the word rubbish to express myself sometimes, so get off my back. I'll leave a link to my sources down below for the people who like the words and the writings, but I'll never leave my special bird boy here, Aloysius. He was touched by angels. Please leave him alone. He's a special boy. But don't leave me alone. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to keep you up to date with gaming news and my videos. Also, yada yada yada, Facebook page, link down below. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and if we keep this channel growing, maybe I can get a co-host that's more likable than myself. Welcome to Friendly AIers. I'm your host, Mike Colangelo, and here's my co-host, Gretchen Milchowski. Take it away, Gretchen.
Ah!
I want to apologize for wearing my grown-up shirt today, but you have to understand I'm 58 years old. Whenever I see someone do this, hey, how's it going? Hey, I think they want anal from me.